Looks like we're underway here in the men's freshman novice 4 final. We've got the Lindy Cup out onto the course. We've got Stetson in lane 1. Rollins is in lane 2. San Diego in lane 3. Temple in lane 4. Drexel's in lane 5. And in lane 6 is Lafayette. And you can see here through the first 500 meters, it's Temple followed by San Diego. A close one here, though, in the men's freshman novice 4. In the time trial yesterday, San Diego had the fastest time, just about 3 seconds faster than the Temple boat. And then in their semifinals, obviously, as they are in lanes 3 and 4, they both won. San Diego winning by a margin of 16 seconds over the next fastest Drexel boat. And in the second semifinal, Temple by just about 13 seconds over Rollins and Lafayette. So things a little bit tighter here over the first 600 meters of this one, but you can see Temple, San Diego, and then Drexel and Lafayette sitting 4th and 5th. Looks like Rollins sits in 5th and Stetson in lane 1 in 6th, but still some contact between most of these boats here.
Yeah, that's great. And we're looking at San Diego here, who's had a lot going on this year. They've had some coaching changes and some team building happening out in Southern California, again, obviously from sunny San Diego. And they raced at Weira 2 weeks ago and had a really great race out at Weira. So they were excited to come out here again to try to secure one of these spots overall, 2 IRAs, which are on the line. And we see them now here clipping along, again, doing a great job, still connected to Temple in lane 4. And in that bucket rig, too. So we're looking at a nice bucket here. And what that does is kind of help even out the power a little bit. If you have somebody that's perhaps a little bit stronger in the bow and you don't want that bow to be turned around, you want that coxswain to be able to steer straight down the course without having to turn that rudder, because that does slow the boat down. So sometimes a bucket rig can kind of help disperse that power a little bit straighter. So San Diego, again, doing a great job. They've had a great season coming out here again from a great race 2 weeks ago and really giving Temple a run for their money. So right now it is Temple's race to lose. They are in the lead, but again, we've got some pretty good racing shaping up behind them. Rollins and San Diego, as well as Drexel on the outside, all challenging Temple right now for that lead position.
Yeah, at the end of that second 500 there, Drexel took a really solid move. You could see the boys in that boat really start to drive those legs down. You can still see it. We got a nice shot of them right there. They're really yanking on this one. And there you can see it's only a seat lead for San Diego over Drexel at the moment. And stroke to stroke, looks like Drexel just slightly outstroking San Diego potentially and allowing them to draw themselves back into this one. Both boats just sitting a length down of the lead boat from Temple. So now San Diego just trying to hold off Drexel as these two boats move towards the finish line. A great shot here of our lead 3 boats. You can still see Lafayette there in 4th, just off to the left-hand side.
Yeah, that's right. We are looking at this beautiful drone shot here. So thank you so much to 5 Tribes, our fantastic producers here, our eyes in the sky, dare we say. And right now it is Temple's race to lose. They are starting to move just a little bit. They're rowing at a 36, and they have not yet been able to break away from the bow ball of San Diego. So we're going to keep an eye on this race. Again, on the other side of San Diego is Drexel, who is, of course, challenging, trying to make moves on that Temple crew, are some of our favorite rivals here from just across the bridge. So we will keep an eye on this race shaping up. Again, San Diego doing a great job here, trying to overlap bow and stern with Temple now, but it is still the race between Drexel and San Diego that we are keeping an eye on. So just off the back of the pack here, we're looking at Rollins, Lafayette, and Stetson still on the field here, but our 3 leaders are breaking away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, all these races are important as it pertains to the points trophy that we will be awarding later today. Just, some interesting stuff there. Drexel has kind of dominated the points trophy in recent years. Since 2013, the only times they haven't won the overall points trophy were in 2019 and 2023. The winners those years, Temple. So these 2 boats, start getting things started early on what is, as Whitney said, a long-time rivalry here at the Vail Regatta.
Yeah, and we love to see these West Coast crews now kind of thrown into the mix. This has really made this weekend exciting.
Sure.
And here we are still looking at Temple, San Diego, and Drexel going head to head. Lafayette just on the outside. And Joe, I have to point out here some incredible information about this Lafayette crew. It turns out that a lot of these athletes here in this crew are also part of the intramural synchronized swimming team out at Lafayette. The coxswain is an EMT and also aiming to perfect a backflip on skis this winter. A very eclectic crew, a very talented crew coming from Lafayette. I want to see more from them in other events.
You ever watch synchronized swimming?
It's been a while, but I might if we see this crew coming out here to participate.
That sport is incredible.
Yes. You are right about that. And supposedly, too, in the Drexel crew, again, we had some hair dye going on. We've had some excellent haircuts. Very exciting things happening in this race. So as we look back up towards Temple, again, who has started to bring up the rate in lane 4, crossing the finish line in first, the jubilation, again, followed very closely by San Diego and Drexel for first, second, and third, with Lafayette, the synchronized swimming crew, coming in fourth. A really impressive race, I have to say, from all 4 of those. We'll look at Rollins and Stetson again on the outside. There we go. Rollins in 5th and Stetson in 6th.
Yeah, so Temple takes home the Lindy Cup, winning the men's freshman novice 4 event. You can see the time disparity.